Again, Killarney Vale, Warners Bay and Newcastle City victors in the plate that's just finished. And I'll try and get an update for you at some stage with a couple of phone calls later to see what happened between Terragalovoka and Wallsend West Newcastle in the plate at East Gosford Hilton Moore Oval. Newcastle City just about to break from their huddle. There's the siren. We're not very far away now. Umpire Kate Henley's got the football again. All female field umpires. They great to see. Rachel Robertson, Kate Henley, and Zali Mertens with the whistle in the middle. David Redden and Kendall Clausen here with you. The great man Kendall's beside me. He's got production cameras all under control. And we've got live football past the field complex all afternoon. Again, set 4 games in 7 days at this magnificent new complex. And looking forward very much to bringing you this afternoon's football. Minute is in the ruck. That's interesting. Kirsty Ferguson not starting on the ball. Taylor Glazoles. We're rocking and rolling. There's the siren. And umpire Hanley. Let's go the football. We're away. Minute with the left hand gets it out. In there was Molly Simpson in 15. She'll get a lot of footy today. Lamb thumps it out with the right foot. Goes outside. Ferguson started at half forward. That's interesting for mine. Heek chasing the football. Chased by Halverson. Gets a good kick to it. Goes straight down the line. That ball stood on its end and will be out of bounds on centre wing. Taylor Wooks, I think, has got that football hands it over. Has been in great form of late. So is Simpson going into this contest? No, Miniter is. Grazzolas and Miniter. Grazzolas had body position. One's out with the right hand. Megan McDonald gets the hands up. Peterson on her. Wilkes on Peter. Yeah, good tackle, McDonald. Who's that at the bottom? Is that Lamb right down the bottom? It is. Umpire Merton says that'll be mine. No, that's umpire Handley. Kate asked me to mention she's had the hair braided. She's on tele today, so you can see she's got the hair braids in. And yes, she did ask me to say that. Everyone, I'm not being rude. That ball's out of bounds in front of Kirsty Ferguson and Emma Heek. Half forward flank. You can see just the hint of a breeze over there in the background, but not too much. It is a glorious day. The weather in Newcastle and the Central Coast this May has been outrageously good. Play smart enough to let it bounce. Miniter gets a strange handball out that it gets out to Lamb over the shoulder, I thought. Lamb, another touch. Comes centrally. It's a dangerous ball. Pressure. Gets a nice handball out. Flying off the back line with Stellmaker. Gets that ball down the line. Straight going to centre half forward. Who's going to get to it first? Annalise is in there, and Annalise Norton. 10 is McGarity staying out. Gets the football by being smart. Chance early on. Molly Simpson should finish. Hits the post. Behind Newcastle City. Newcastle City 1 behind. Cardiff yet to score. 1 3/4 minutes gone here. Past the field complex, Cameron Park. If you're not doing anything this afternoon, get out to this beautiful new place in Cameron Park. Great setup it is. Marking contest. Ball gets to ground. Wilkes with that thumping left foot goes forward. Coming harder. McDonald stays on the ground. Oh, it could be in trouble. Eventually gets a kick out. Gave her a bit of latitude, and that's marked. I think it's McGarity in 10, is it? Yep. Gets it going forward quickly. Mark. Molly Simpson centre half forward. Interesting to see Simpson go so far forward so early. Probably tracking the ball down. Spoke to Molly earlier. The blue hair's slightly starting to dim. Simpson, that's another chance at a goal. And there's the first goal of the day. Didn't think it'd take Molly too long to get going. So, goal there to Molly Simpson from Newcastle City. And the scores. Newcastle City 1-1-7. Cardiff yet to score. Bar TV Sports, the specialists in live streaming and broadcasting of sport, including the AFL Hunter Central Coast. Bar TV Sports, making your game the main game. Very good start, City. Molly Simpson, 2 early shots at goal. 1 hits the post and 1 goes through. Back to the middle. Miniter and Grazoles. Now, is that a warning from a whistle? I think it might. No. Away we go. Grazoles. Miniter's got to jump off 1 foot. She can't jump off 2 against her. Miniter gets the football out. Left-hand handball's out. She's got actually a decent left-hand handball on it, considering she's right-footed and right-handed. McDonald in and under. She was terrific last week at the ref footy. We gave her the Subway Morissette player of the game. Well, what's that for? Must be over the shoulder against Vukic. I thought that was a fair tackle. Anyway. Gets a little bit underneath that one. Hits it to Halverson. Ball comes to ground. Wilkes and Miniter. Wilkes will want to get onto her left. Screws around and kicks it forward. McDonald wamboozles a bit. Arizona tries to put the body on and misses. And Elise Norton forward and picked off. This is McRae. 35-metre ball goes wide. No one gets hands to it. Matty Norton over there in 28. Back towards McDonald. Under pressure here. Gets a tiny little kick to it. Does get rid of it. There's no tackle. Now there's a tackle being made. Vukovic, too strong upper body. Goes centrally. Chance. Out comes Donato. Donato's got another chance now. Gets the arms free. Gets a handball out. That's all legit. Went nutmegs Minita. Arizona's got the football. Well tackled Minita. Umpire says, I'll have it. Well done, Stephanie Minita. See if she jumps off 2 feet here, Minita. She needs to jump off 1. Oh, she gets a left-hander, that one, to be fair. McDonald rose beautifully. Held in there by Grazola's the ruck. Vukovic gets away with the left-hand handball. Gets it to Wilkes. That's a smart move. Going forward for Cardiff. Here's a chance. Should be finished by Bailey. Slices that one slightly, does Minerva. Behind. Cardiff 1 point. Newcastle City 1-1-7. Early doors. 5 minutes gone first quarter. Plays on straight away. Gets out towards the 50-metre arc. Matty's out there, and Matty Norton goes down the line. Halverson, that's a smart move. See how Sarah goes today. She's under close attention at the moment. Gets a handball out, or is that McGarity? No, that's Sarah. Couldn't quite see the 3. Umpire Hanley. Well done, Grazorles. He's going well on the ruck early on. Push in the back, maybe not. Paid Arizona. Turns on one. Gets a handball out. Picked off by Simpson. No one really wanting to pick it up at the moment. A lot of people over the ball. Almost a throw there against Vukovic. Not paid. Chance for City. That's Molly Simpson. Slices that one slightly. Good tackle, Ferguson. That should have been holding the ball. Simpson over the football. That's a push in the back. Not paid. In and under is Murdoch. 26. That's Taylor Wilkes. Whack, she goes with that left foot of hers. Clears 2 or 3 lines of players. Ball wamboozles Bailey. Minerva, that is. McDonald's in trouble. Arizona's got her. Should be gone, and is. Good tackle, Zona, just outside the arc. Too far out. Needs to hit this ball long up to the hot spot, does Arizona, and does. Anyone underneath it for a club? Not particularly. Norton, Matty. Gets it a little short ball going down the line. That will probably go out of bounds, and does. And for the moment, City clear the area. 6 3/4 minutes gone. 6 points of difference. City up by 1 straight kick. Again, if you're not doing anything this afternoon, you're in this part of Newcastle, get down here. It is glorious today. Lovely day. Come and have a pie and a Coke Zero and watch some good footy. Simpson, great hands out to Stellmaker. Not a long kick normally. That's perfect, though. Beautifully done to McGarity, who played well last time we called City as well. Driving ball, McGarity. However, misses Ferguson. Heek. It's the ball wide. And that might be out of bounds in the full, I reckon. Just waiting to see what's the call here. I thought it might have been out of the full, personally. Just waiting to see what umpire Hanley actually says. It is. It's a free kick, Newcastle City. Way out there on that forward flank. Helicopter punt goes to Halverson. She'll want better service than that. Handball, perfectly accurate. Long kick comes in up to centre forward. Ferguson's up there. Needs to get involved with the play. Probably wanting to get on the ball as soon as possible. That's Annalise Norton, I reckon. Mark missed. Can they make him pay? That was Peterson. Goes straight down towards the boundary line. Handball comes back. Kirsty Ferguson right across to the hot spot. Simpson! Lovely grab above the head. She really has perfected that over the last 12 months. Taking terrific marks over her head. Well done, Ferguson. He asked for her to get involved, and she has. Molly Simpson now with another kick at goal. She'll end up kicking Molly from 30 metres, I suppose. Something along those lines. Bit of a breeze. See how she goes about it. One hand drop. Just waiting, and I reckon that's another one. Molly Simpson just waiting for John Sullivan. That's a goal. Another goal to Molly Simpson, who's in sensational form. Newcastle City 2-1-13. Cardiff 1 behind. We've gone 8 3/4 minutes. Looking for a feature premium SUV for your family? Check out Hunter Haval Maitland and Brian Hilton Haval North Gosford for their range of affordable SUVs. Book your test drive today. Newcastle City up by 2 straight kicks. Simpson into the middle. What a luxury. .29 was Edwards, got that tap down. Wilkes to the left-hand handball. McDonald roving. Just picks it up now. Gets the arms free again. That might be gone this time. It's a throw. Yeah, good tackle. Real good tackle there made by McRae. Doesn't muck around. Goes forward straight away. Manoeuvre Bailey. Can't quite grab it. Norton. Matty. Bailey. Chance. Misses to the side. Cardiff 2 behinds. Newcastle City 2-1-13. 9 3/4 minutes gone. Quarter number 1 here at the Pasterfield Complex in Cameron Park. Kendall Clausen and David Redden with you. Lucas Holmes will join us just before half-time. He's coming from Fane Oval over there at Warners Bay. Norton, Matty, gets it out. Simpson, Grubber, continues on, stays on her feet. Well done there. Out there to Murdoch, back to Simpson. Ball drop wasn't ideal, but it's gone 50 metres now. Oh, good work. Halverson on Heek and gets a free kick. Too fast from Halverson. Another short ball's not overly effective, although this one picks up Annalise Norton, who's gone forward. Ferguson tries to thump it out to Halverson and gets it out that way. Good tackling there from Cardiff, really good. Annalise Norton, another one. Another good tackle. That ball's come off the thigh. Play on. Thumps it forward, Murdoch. Up there was Thompson. It's 3 Cardiff players. They can raffle this one. Rankin, straight down the spine. Picked off by Lamb. Should have taken that mark. Can Cardiff make a pay? Vukovic deliberately staying on her feet, trying to stay in the play. That's a throw. Not picked up. Long ball. Megan McDonald trying to rove. It's 4-on-1 in there. Halverson, good tackle. In there's Matisse. Gets it out wide. Should be a mark taken by Kiara Lamb. Centre wing. City having all the running at the moment. Breeze starting to pick up a bit. Quite strong now. McDonald. Just having a touch of the fumbles at the moment is Megan. Gets hands out. Oh, good tackle. That is gone and is paid. Lovely work, McRae. Just a touch too slow from Edwards. McRae will go back and take a holding the ball decision. Looks a likely carry to McRae. And in fact, it's gone to Grisoulas, I think. Not sure if that's the right decision, but there is a free kick. Got to be paid. Punch out from Molly Simpson has been BOG so far. Can she kick 3 goals in a quarter? One bounce. Yes, she can. Molly Simpson, 3 goals in an absolutely scintillating first quarter from Newcastle City. Newcastle City 3-1-19. Cardiff 2 behinds, and this looks ominous for Cardiff. Located on picturesque Lake Macquarie, Belmont 16 Footies is one of the premier venues in the Hunter region, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment. For all the latest news and promotions, visit 16s.com.au or find us on Facebook. The home of the AFL Hunter Central Coast and the home of the Elliott Davey Medal, September 4, Wednesday night. It's always a great night, the Elliott Davey Medal night. Steelmaker rushes into the square, as does Morton from Cardiff. Steelmaker's in 13. Now, Grisoulas, you would favour in this. She's got a real height advantage, but Edwards cleverly uses the body and no one gets a tap out. Wilkes being harassed by McDonald, has an air swing. McDonald gets it out now. Almost too long, I thought. Edwards gets dragged into her. That's Steelmaker. Sorry, it was Steelmaker at 13, David. Good tackle, Norton. Megan McDonald. I thought that's a push in the back, and it's been called by the non-controlling umpire. Shuri Vukovic take a kick. Gets on that left, dumps it forward. Where are the forwards? Oh, good grab. Is that Zona? Yep. Really good diving mark, Arizona cross. Now, this kick with this breeze will test Arizona. The breeze has picked up. It's probably worth a couple of goals now. Arizona's got to make really, really good contact to get this home. Ball up in the air. Just off to the side, Arizona. Cardiff, 3 behinds. Newcastle City, 3-1-19. 16 points of difference, 13.5 minutes gone, quarter number 1. Molly Simpson's having a rest. That's well deserved after a wonderful first quarter. Ball comes out wide from Gavin Locke. Got to be touched. and is now by Maddie Norton. Out, good tackle, Vukovic gets her off her feet and stays on hers. Handball comes out towards Wilkes. Halverson causing trouble. Handball comes out, just. Vukovic goes backwards. Wilkes off the non-dominant. Another good mark, Arizona, I reckon. Cross has got this football just outside 50. Too far out to score, Arizona. Goes long. Chance at a mark. Taken. I think that was taken. I reckon one or two players might have got their hands on that. So shot coming up here, tight angle, very. Up in the air, it's going to fall short. Mark, no, not paid. Got to tap that out. Almost a throw, I thought. Oh, very well done. Good body strength there. Goes long. That wind's got that football. Stelmaker, clever handball out. Newcastle City looking the goods here. Picked off, however, though, this one. By Walker. Goes wide. Ball he's holding up in that breeze. They're going to have to get used to this very quickly. McDonald's looking the goods here to get in. The football can't. Donato's over the footy. Nice tackling. True Vukovic, always in and under. So Edwards will try and use the body here in Grizzoulas. Otherwise, Grizzoulas will just go straight at the top, just like that. Backs up Grizzoulas. Try not to give an over-the-shoulder free kick again to McDonald, and doesn't. Kate Hanley says, I'll have that football. 15 and a half gone. City up by 16 points. Arizona roving, can't get the football. Ball held in, no prior. Another ball up. Edwards and Grizzoulas. Edwards does use the body effectively at that time. Goes to ground, taps it out. Wins the contest. Donato, great tackle, Cherie. Arizona's got a Shepherd. Yes, she needed to hold on to that Shepherd a bit better. Eva Bailey gets it going long. Trouble here. Can Cardiff score? Oh, well done, Arizona. Just goes route one football straight over the top. Good tackle. Excellent on Moffat. Well done, Newcastle City. It's Murdoch, is it? Comes down the line. Halverson. So that ball really moved in the air, curve left to right. Or sorry, right to left, I beg your pardon. Bailey, Eva goes wide. Mark taken. This is right. Harley Wright, I reckon the last time we called Cardiff and kicked 1 or 2 goals. Megan McDonald comes off. Again for a well-earned spell. Right. Gets it up in the air. It's moved to the right in the air. Where are the Rovers? Staying on their feet, Norton, Madeline goes wide. Wilkes is a chance if you can get great tackle, Kiara Lamb. Outstanding. And takes the kick. Will take this free kick at centre half back for City. Goes wide and low. Picked off. I think it was Rankin in 27. Good grab at the back, Bailey. And another behind Cardiff. And they may rue these behinds. 4 behinds Cardiff. Newcastle City 3-1-9. And you've got to take your chances against this City outfit. Wide ball comes out. One-handed attempt at marking by Norton is somewhat effective, actually. Stelmaker, built low to the ground. Well done there, Standen. Lamb on the chase. Over there with Moffat. Lamb gets first use. Handball off to Edwards, he's errant. Grazules picks it up. Back towards Standen again. Over the shoulder given, and that should be a free kick, Taylor Grazules. Kicks it forward immediately. Looking for Arizona. Third mark, and she's away, Arizona. Beats Ralston for pace. One bounce. Can Arizona kick this? No, she can't. Picked off by Norton. Got to get rid of it. Does. Right. 360. Arizona! No. Goes off to the right now. Is that out in the full or is it still in? That's remarkable. But Carlos has got this footy. Somehow that ball stayed in. Dumps the ball long. Very effective clearing kick. That ball's gone 60 metres. Norton goes to ground along with Moffat. Gets it out now, Norton. Trying to use those hands. They should put a tackle on. Should be in trouble. Vukovic does. Over there with Murdoch, and there'll be a throw-in. 18 and a half minutes gone. Newcastle City up by 15 points. Cardiff have come right back into this game. They just can't convert pressure into goals at the moment. Edwards and Grazules. Even money split that one. Every time Edwards puts the body on, she's got a chance. Vukovic on the left foot, thumps the ball forward. That's a good mark. Really nice diving mark from Caitlin Holcomb. Minute to go this quarter. City do not need a late goal against them. All picked off. Really thought about that standard, didn't you? Norton out there. Canvassing options, just thumps it forward. Good mark. Murdoch's been real good this quarter. Actually got a lot of touches. 40 seconds ago, that breeze is noticeable. It's just starting to rise. Halverson way out of centre half forward, getting a touch. Driving, good drop punt. Now this ball, can Minita keep it in? She can't. And that's out on centre wing. Almost one of the last bits of action in this, the first quarter. Newcastle City up by 15 points. 20 seconds ago by my clock. Edwards and Grazorles. Edwards has got to use the body. Gets in front. Still won by Grazorles. Out there from Norton. Good tackling. Standing again. Somehow that ball comes out. Good tackle by Lamb on Vukovic. Not sure if I agree with an over-the-shoulder decision. I thought she got it around the chest. And that is quarter time. Newcastle City 3-1-19. Cardiff 4 behinds. All 3 goals, Molly Simpson. Kendall and I will be back with you after a short break for the second quarter here from a rather blustery Pastorsville complex. Welcome back to the Pastorsville complex in Cameron Park. Newcastle City up by 15 points after the end of the first quarter, where Cardiff had all the ball in the second half of the quarter, but just couldn't transfer that into goals. Every time Molly Simpson got the football over past her, she was lethal, kicking 3 goals, 1 in that quarter. The entire score from City, a poster and 3 goals. So, very good start, City. They're going to be kicking into the breeze this time. And, There's 2-minute siren there. While I've got everybody here, next week we'll be at Adelaide Street Oval in Tumbiumbi for Killarney Vale's fixtures against Wallsend West Newcastle in women's and Nelson Bay in the Black Diamond Cup. And after that, we've got a week off for the June long weekend. And a couple of huge games after that. Our first game, Kendall, straight after the long weekend is Terrigal Avoca and Newcastle City and East Gosford. That will be a wonderful game of football. Newcastle City, interestingly, their next 3 games are against the teams just below them on the ladder. They've got Cardiff, then Warners Bay, then Terrigal Avoca. So a very interesting 3-set. Newcastle City will know exactly where they are after the 15th of June. 1-minute siren there from a man, Paul Redmond, AFL HSC board member and long-time Cardiff timekeeper. Can have a catch-up with Lucas Holmes in our conversation corner today. And we're going to talk about where we think the finals are going to be. First of all in the Australian Football League, and then later on in the AFL HCC is the great man Ryan Stanton. He's here. Hello, Ryan. Looking forward to calling you umpiring. Hello, great man. Yeah, cannot wait. The big umpires come out to play. Big boys here. And indeed. Arizona got a couple of marks up forward and just couldn't quite kick the goal. She got those kicks in that 30 to 40 metre region that really tests her. And we'll see how they go kicking downwind. Kirsty Ferguson going the ball. That is not a surprise. Grazula's one of the one parity in the ruck. Now, Ferguson, another way around, I think, Kirsty. I think you'll find we're going that way. Oh, I'm going to remind you of that later on, Fergo. I'll tell you, that's a schooner. It's a schooner of ice water at the Commonwealth tonight. Ferguson and Grazoles. Away we go. Rock and roll time. That was an even money split. That ball came out sideways. Both players got a hand on it. Stelmaker can't pick it up. Wrong way from Standen. City are going to the left. Reminder, everybody, Simpson knows where she's going. Away goes Molly. Good handball. Good tackle, Standen, but Molly did get rid of it. Taps it out all on a tummy. Morton goes forward. Gets a crash ball. McDonald rose beautifully. Little short kick picked up by Fergo. Goes wide. 27 is Rankin. Now can they get it in there quickly? Bailey being chased by Wiggins in 82. Oh, good use of the body, Bailey. Steps one. Handball comes out. Zona has to finish. And she does. Goal, Arizona cross. And big start for the Cardiff Footy Club. Zona kicks her first. Cardiff 1-4-10. Newcastle City 3-1-19. And that's the exact start that Cardiff are looking for. Now, why is Molly Simpson coming up after 60 seconds? Maybe she wants her hand strapped. That left hand, she was holding that a bit awkwardly. Now, Lamb's going to come onto the wing there, along with Morton at the front of screen. Ferguson will try and jump across the centre line and use her body to block Grazola's out. Watch this. Watch Ferguson on the ball. Jumps across and gets a double-handed to it. So Ferguson knows what she's doing. Ex-Riverina Lion. Good tackle, Ferguson on Verkovic. No opportunity. Of course, Kirsty Ferguson playing in AFL Canberra for years with the Riverina Lions alongside Ashley Hayter and Paige Matthewson, actually. Good work, Grazoles. Donato being harassed by Standen. Tries. Oh, that's over the shoulder. Should have been an over the shoulder free kick. Madeline, no, that's actually Annalise gets a kick out. Annalise has spent some time in the gym. Look at the strength of her. Arizona's really having a good day. Arrogant bounce, goes along, gets a handball out. Maybe trying to do too much. Another chance owner. This time doesn't muck around. Gets it going forward. Wiggins gets a little short ball going straight down the spine. That's dangerous. Handball coming out into Morton. Turns around that right. She's not out without a chance down there. That's a thumping ball. Where are the Rovers? Goal Walsh. Cardiff right back in this. Great work, Hayley Wright. Cardiff 2-4-16. Newcastle City 3-1-19. That breeze is making a difference. ISC been at the cutting edge of designing and manufacturing apparel from grassroots to elite sporting teams for over 20 years and are proud to be the preferred apparel supplier of the HCC AFL for the 2019 season. Now it's game on, and that breeze is picking up left to right on your screen, and Cardiff are kicking with it. Ferguson again will try and jump across and block Grisula's out. Big body player, Ferguson. She's hard to get around. Grisula's way over the top, brilliantly rode by McDonald. Marking contest, pushed off it. Stellmaker, slight frame, staying on her feet. Halverson, who needs to get hands on the ball. She's only got a couple of touches in that first quarter. And it'll be a ball up. Ferguson and Grazules. Ferguson this time uses that body. Wilkes off Vukovic, the old firm. Arizona, who looks very fluid today and is running well. Beaten to that one by Norton, but another good tackle. It's one of her best skills, Arizona Cross, is a tackle. In fact, she's got a free kick. Almost Carter's best player so far. She's been outstanding, Zona. Goes long. Then you can see the wind really tight to take that football. And the breeze is going bottom left to top right. So the pocket you want to attack from is actually this close one closest to screen. That's a bit of a dead pocket out there with that breeze. Just 3 points of difference. Cardiff have had the dominance in the last 12 or 13 minutes of this game. And finally starting to put some pressure on with goals to right and Zona. Ferguson and Grazules. McDonald being guarded by Standard at the back. Grisula's in front. Stellmaker taps it away. Wilkes onto a natural left foot. Gets it round the corner. Can it stay in? Oh, lovely mark, Cooksley. Good football. Needs to get this to the hot spot. Don't be selfish. Just whack it up there. Let the players go at it. Does. 3 or 4 plays in the contest, including Zona's in there. Is that Megan in there? Yep. Gets a kick out. And out of bounds. City under a lot of pressure at the moment. Cardiff looking very good. Don't forget Bar TV. You've got the massive fixture, Cardiff and Newcastle City in the Black Diamond Cup from 1:55. Kendall Clausen, Lucas Holmes and David Redden. And we'll be bringing that to you. Can't wait. Got to touch the ground. Does. Zona. Another chance. Arizona Cross. She's kicked another one. This is the best I've seen Zona play in 2 years. Another goal cross, and Cardiff unbelievably are in front. 3-4-22. Newcastle City 3-1-19. About 6 gone in this quarter. Awards are us, established over 25 years ago, and then pride themselves on an ability to supply high-quality work and personal professional service. David and Lisa are experienced in fulfilling the most complex needs of their clients. Special deals available for all AFL Hunter Central Coast clubs. Cardiff in front, kicking down breeze. Ferguson and Grazules. There's an infraction at the freak at the centre bounce. Now, is that their warning? I think that's for a runner inside the arc. Well, in fact, there's 2 water runners inside the arc. So someone's just got a warning. I don't know which club, though. That's going to be very interesting. Secondary ball up. Same rules apply. Well, they were, but they've blown a whistle, Ryan. McDonald speeds out of there. Off towards Miniter. Where's Halverson? Up here in front of screen. Halverson running towards the square. Kick coming forward towards where Halverson will move. That's hit the behind post, I think you'll find, and will be a throw in. Kick down by McGarity. So there'll be a ball up, a throw in coming here right deep in the pocket. You can see that breeze. We can feel it up here. We're about 10, 12 foot above play up here on the first floor at the complex at Pasterfield. And the breeze is clearly coming from our left, so on your left of your screen. Boundary throw in coming in. Got to let it hit the ground. Halverson, she's dangerous in there. Simpson couldn't kick 4, no, doesn't get enough purchase on that one. Coming forward like a freight train was Peterson, smothered. Good work from McRae. Out there's Rankin. That's Miniter. Gets a kick out under. That's almost downfield for a kick, you know. And she's wounded after that one. Halverson. Back towards McDonald. Gets the arms free. Kicks it forward. Where are the forwards for City? Oh, bundled out of that was Gavin Locke. Don't know how I missed that. Was off to the side of the screen. Got to take that mark and does. Well done, Moffat. Comes Combok side. They're running hard at the moment, Cardiff. Got a real sniff. Good game of football. Long ball standing. That ball's gone 50. Norton, Maddie, and Eva Bailey. Gets a kick. Well done, actually, to assist her, Annalise. Should be a handball coming off. Megan McDonald, who's got about 15 touches so far. Off towards Simpson and Halverson. They're the two. Halverson will put a shepherd on. Now Simpson's got time to think. Shuffles, has a bounce. Turns around, beats the tackle. If she kicks this, it's goal of the year. Oh, just off to the side. Newcastle City 3-2-20. Cardiff 3-4-22. Simpson didn't have many options. Decided to take on responsibility herself and just tugged it left. This is a very, very good contest. Cardiff leading by 2 points. Almost halfway through this second quarter. Breeze not abating. Looking at her options. She'll be called to play on shortly, I would have thought. This is Eloise Peterson. Uses the right foot, goes down the line. Good, nice, accurate kick to Matisse Coram Parker. Off goes Coram Parker. Played a lot of rep footy in a time. Stillmaker couldn't stop Walker. Ralston at the back. Avis at ground level. Gets a handball out effectively. Can Minita pick it up and intercept him? No, she can't get it off the ground. Grizzola's a clever handball. Good tackle, Ralston, but just too late. Ball thumped forward. Bailey, that's Eva Bailey with Madeline Norton. 32's Reinberger coming back with a handball. Wilkes will get it to the hot spot. McDonald's read it beautifully and almost takes a very good mark. Got to get rid of it. Does. Gee, she's a clever player. Really clever. And that ball's a very good kick in the long run. Just misses Stillmaker, but goes out of bounds. About halfway through quarter number one, and Newcastle City trailing after a 3-goal explosion. 2 goals Zona, 1 goal Haley Wright. Pasterfield Complex at Cameron Park. Kendall Clausen and David Redden with you. Lucas Holmes will be joining us shortly after his umpiring duties. The 50-metre penalty king he is. Double-hander Grazzoles, who's killing them in the ruck. Minita gets a handball out. Is that a throw against Minita? Yeah, it is. Is that Taylor Wilkes out there? I think it. No, if it's left-footed, it is. Yeah, that's Wilkes. So that's been given a throw against Minita. Wilkes should get this to the hot spot. Can't get it centrally enough. Norton can't mark. Put under pressure by Moffat. Ball out of bounds. That is the dead pocket with this Breeze. Everybody's getting themselves sorted. Lucas Holmes is just arriving and will get himself set. The microphone goes on and he'll be joining us very shortly once he gets himself settled. Cardiff up by 2 points, Lucas James. Breeze making effect here. McDonald, 18th touch, I reckon. She's been outstanding. Ground level, they can't pick it up. Coram Parker got Halverson to ground level. Coram Parker's doing a good job on it so far. McDonald for yet another touch. Beats 1, beats 2. Right-hand handball. And ball goes out of bounds in front of Halverson. So just to summarise, Molly Simpson, the first 3 goals of the game, and then Zona's kick 2, Haley Wright 1. Lucas and Cardiff 2 points up, kicking down Breeze here at the Pasterfield Complex. Lucas, you can put that awful Collingwood hat away, you know, that is just dreadful. Minita with a left hand. No prior there. Should be a ball up. Ball squeeze out of there. Taylor Wilkes needs to kick it centrally. That's not bad in the Breeze. Real chance. Bailey up above. Simpson's got herself back there to help out. Under siege they are, City, at the moment. Minita stays on her feet. Picks the ball up. Well done, Steph Minita. Left-hand handball. Out of there is Holcomb. And a ball out of bounds over there on that defensive wing where the Breeze is blowing the ball. And I suspect there's going to be quite a bit of play out there today. About 13 minutes gone, quarter number 2, after I missed the clock for a couple of minutes at the start of this quarter on live scoring. I'm sorry, everybody, for that. Well done, Grazzoles, but beautifully read by Donato, smothered by Wilkes, and out of bounds again. 2 points of difference, Cardiff in front. They've kicked 3 goals this quarter to Newcastle City's none. Enthralling game. There's a shoulder right in front of us, struggling. Is McRae, I reckon. She's holding that right shoulder. Minita wins that one. Donato trying to rove. Oh, that's holding the ball against Moffat. Surely not paid. Donato comes back at it. Grizzola's trying to get the football out. And there's a shoulder there. I'm sure that's McRae, and she's holding that shoulder in a bad way. Let's hope she's okay. Donato gets a hands free, tries to do too much. Cardiff's tackling's been outstanding today. Out of there comes McGarity going forward. Thompson in there. Good tackle. Trouble. Really good, Edwards. And good afternoon, Lucas Holmes.
Good afternoon, David. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Great to be here on what it turns out a bit breezy but fantastic afternoon here at Parsifeld Sporting Complex, as it always is, as the ball goes out of bounds deep in the forward pocket there.
So Halverson running away with an advantage free kick. So just a summary while Lucas has just joined us. Great to have you, Louis. Simpson 3 goals. Arizona has 2. Haley Wright 1. Warners Bay ended up winning by about 70 today.
70. Good, tight contest. Very physical contest over there at Fane Oval, but Warners Bay proving too good in the end.
A few 50s come out of the great man Lucas Holmes today.
1 or 2 from memory, David, but thanks for that.
Lucas Holmes is grinning like a Cheshire cat because Collingwood just got home against the Sydney Swans last night at the magnificent Sydney Cricket Ground.
Time to go into that a bit later, but yes, indeed.
City's Halverson's dangerous sniping! Where's that one gone? She's actually put it back too far. And a chance for Cardiff to counter. Handball comes out. Out of there's Morton. Just gets a kick away. Sandon, I thought, could have been interfered with by Donato. Not paid. Dragged out of that. What's the decision? Holding the ball. Molly Simpson, I think, is too far out. If she has a ping, she's got to hit this at the left goal post. We watched her kick at the end of the plate game, and it went left to right. Not a bad effort, actually. She's kicked that to Halverson. Where is Sarah? She's not had a room to move. Gets it out, taps it out. Chance for City here. I think that's McGarity in 10. Cherie's got it tackled. And umpire Robinson says, I'll have that, thank you. About 15 gone for quarter number 2. City need to kick a goal against the Breeze. Well done, Heek. McGarity gets a little kick away, right footer. That's effective enough. Over there's Thompson. Barreled over. Heek again goes down the line. Can they keep it in? They can. Stelmaker makes what I think's an effective tackle. What are the umpires called? I'm just waiting.
And that should be 50 metres too, because she just planted the ball on the ground. Was it gone out of bounds?
They're not sure what's going on. Oh, and she has paid 50, has she, Lucas? Oh, my goodness. Basic understanding of rules. Had to give the ball on the full. Once the decision was given to City, and Lucas Holmes has got to hit the nail right in the head, this should be an easy goal. Got to get out of 10 metre zone. I don't think it's McGarity. Stelmaker, goal. So that puts City back in front off a 50-metre penalty. Catherine Stelmaker a goal. Newcastle City 4-2-26, Cardiff 3-4-22. And for the first time today, Alexis James Holmes.
Hunter Haval, looking for a feature-packed premium SUV for your family? Check out Hunter Haval Maitland and Brian Hilton Haval North Gossard for the range of affordable SUVs. Book your test drive today.
So, goal against the run of play. Cardiff have been dominant for almost a quarter. And lack of understanding there. Put the ball on the ground when they had to go back in the full. City back in front by 4 points. One player into the square is Morton, and coming onto the field is Buckton onto the centre wing with Donato. Miniter gets that out left-handed. Lamb tries to run straight through Vukovic. Vukovic is smart enough to avoid that contact. Oh, good. That's a hold in the ball decision, surely not given against Moffat. Zona, who has been in great nick today. She'll try and get onto a right foot if she can pick it up. Well done, Ralston. Got to get rid of it. Arizona. Really staying on her feet. She looks like I reckon she was carrying a leg injury. She's just pushing people out the way. She's so strong. Gets a kick out. She's just inspired today, Arizona Cross. Back it comes Holcomb. Effective kick, clears the area. Really good kick against the wind, actually. McRae, left-hand handball, out towards Moffat in 29. And should play on Steph Miniter. Very good tackle. She's been pinned a couple of times. This is Murdoch, I think, in 26 out there. A lot of touches in the first quarter. Straight down the line. Stelmaker just kicked a goal a minute ago. Has got to get rid of that. Here comes the pressure. Gets rid of it to Lamb. Chiara picks it up. Should immediately be set up on by 3 players. Murdoch, this will be no prior. The ball held in. Breeze is. That's the strongest the Breeze has been all day, ladies and gentlemen. You can, as I was explaining to Lucas just before you got here, we're a bit higher up than the ground, and it's quite strong up here. Minute is going okay in the ruck in the last couple of minutes. She's really jumping off one leg too, which is important. Good tackle, Lamb on McRae. It wasn't McRae who was injured. There might be a free kick here. It's against Lamb for holding the player.
For a hold.
That's an interesting decision. So it wasn't McRae earlier on. McRae earlier on. I'm not sure who it was. We'll find out later on. Hope that shoulder's okay. This is McRae now. Average kick. Finds a play though. Bailey does a bit of a circle. Off to Vukovic. He's in all sorts of trouble. Zona thumps it forward. Away comes him. That's the particular go to Molly Simpson. One bounce. They're chasing her. She's at three-quarter clip too, Lucas Holmes. She wasn't at full speed by any means. City, can they get the ball out to McDonald, who's on her own here? McDonald, left-hand handball to Simpson is brilliant. Good tackle there, really, from Avis, because Simpson was away. In there is Gavin Locke in 11, and the Bruce Springsteen headband. And ruck contest here. This will be Edwards. Now, is Grazula's going to get back? She does. Not far away from half-time. Edwards does well there. Grazula's just up top. McDonald, who's been the best player on the field, just can't stop her. She just gets so much of the ball. Halverson, that should be a push in the back against Sarah. Not paid Murdoch. City would love a late goal against the Breeze, Louis. And over the ball or held? Yeah, holding the player there. Murdoch wasn't deemed to have control of the footy. Not far away from half-time here at Pasterfield. She reckons she's a chance. I reckon this ball's going to hold up. Don't think it'll get to the line. Murdoch, exactly what happens. Goes to the hot spot. Halverson in front. McDonald roving off Halverson. Pretty smart move, I would have thought. And umpire says it's mine. There's very little time left in this quarter. City really have to get a goal basically from this contest. Edwards. Push out against Edwards and Grisoles. That'll just about take Corey out of the quarter, I reckon. Grisoles has just got to clear the area. Goes to the 30-metre pass. Trouble. That's a good mark to Murdoch. Is it Murdoch again? Yeah. And there's, as predicted, so at half-time, it's Newcastle City 4-2-26, Cardiff 3-4-22. Lucas Holmes. They paid a mark?
Yeah, they have, because the kick left the boot before the siren was blown.
When was the mark taken?
I think the mark was taken, in
after
my
the
opinion,
siren.
It was after the siren, yes. However, it's been paid.
Yeah. Sorry, I just don't. That's why I was commenting.
Yep.
I automatically assumed that kick was at the siren. So Megan McDonald, for what could end up being a very important goal after the siren, low ball, and she's kicked it. So Megan McDonald kicks a goal I don't think should ever have been paid, but that's another matter. So at halftime, Newcastle City are 5-2-32, Cardiff 3-4-22. Lucas and I will come back after a 5-minute break. Conversation corner, and we'll talk all things AFL. Back with you shortly. Welcome back to the Parsifal Complex. Jimmy Newburn, a notice from Ange Jones has kicked 9 goals up to half-time at Adelaide Street. Remarkable. So we're going to talk AFL here, ladies and gentlemen. So the ladder at the moment, and Lucas and I've got in front, this is a current ladder as of last night. From 1 to 8 is Geelong, Collingwood, GWS, Brisbane, Richmond, West Coast, Adelaide, Port Adelaide. Then Freo, Essendon, Hawthorn, Western Bulldogs, St Kilda, Sydney, Melbourne, Gold Coast, North Melbourne and Carlton. Big news that it looks like North Melbourne are going to have a coaching change almost immediately with the parting of the ways from Brad Scott. So, Lucas.
Yes.
We're now just under half a season through.
Yep.
What is going to happen with that 8? Do you think that will be not necessarily the position, but just talking with you about this and with our listeners, do you think there's going to be many changes to who's in that 8 at the end of the season?
Well, I don't think so, David, because it was that devastating news if you're an Essendon supporter during the week that Joe Danaher has had that recurrence of the osteitis pubis in his adductor region, so he's been ruled out for the rest of the year. So I think with Danaher playing a large role in the way they played their football, in my opinion, I can rule Essendon out of the top 8, I think. Only being a game out of that 8, however, may be a big call, but for me, they've gone. So yes, I think the teams that are in the top 8 at the moment will be the teams come the top 8 at the end of the season. However, I see a few shifting of the positions as we see currently. I see Brisbane possibly dropping out of that top 4, possibly for West Coast.
Agreed.
I think Richmond will find it hard throughout the rest of the season which they will make the finals, but they won't get Alex Rance back till possibly the final series. So I see West Coast sliding into that top 4 somewhere. And I think that's the only change at the moment, in my opinion. How about yourself?
I am not convinced by Brisbane.
Yep.
They may make the 8, and they're a far superior side than they've been for a decade. They're actually irrelevant.
Yep.
Fremantle have won a game, or like they've won away from Perth twice, but they're just up and down like a yo-yo. Not sure that Joe Danaher's such big an influence because he's hardly played in the last 18 months. That Western Bulldogs, you don't know where their consistency's at. What the teams in the top, I reckon Geelong and Collingwood are almost guaranteed now of a preliminary final. I reckon they've got a 4 in a heap.
Yep.
And what they will want is if they finish 1 and 2, that means they don't have to go to Perth if they keep winning.
Correct.
Okay. I agree. I think the West Coast Eagles are the most dangerous team to everybody else in that 8 is the West Coast Eagles.
By a long way.
Not convinced the Giants are playing good football. Diabolical against Hawthorn, beat a second-rate Carlton side. And Carlton are second-rate.
Yeah.
They are ordinary.
Yep.
I think the Adelaide sides might just get in there. I think Freo's a show.
Yep.
And the other one out of there, none of them convince me. The Sydney, Melbourne, Gold Coast, North Carlton gone.
Yep.
Maybe the Doggies, mate. Maybe Footscray.
Chance there's a few changes going on there as well in terms of player personnel as well. So
yeah, I'd love to know. I'd love to see an insight as to how tough Tom Boyd's doing it. Our thoughts go at him. I do believe that a lot of the reason that he's dropped out of football is to do with what's going on between his ears.
Yep.
And he's struggling.
Yep.
And I think that mental health curse is, and I read this morning about Greg Inglis in another coach.
Yeah.
He's really struggling. And the idea is no one wants to go and play finals in Perth.
Well, unless you're the Western Bulldogs a few years ago, David, from memory.
Correct. But the way that is at the moment, just say that finals were today.
Yep.
There would be 2 finals at the MCG, or possibly one at GMHBA, and then the Giants and Brisbane would get a final each, and Richmond and West Coast, and the Adelaide teams, strangely enough, wouldn't play at home at all. But I don't think it'll finish that way. I'm a Giants man. I think that they'll make the top 4 or 5, but if they get their full set back, they're dangerous.
Very much so.
Collingwood for mine, and I'm not just saying that because you're wearing that membership, they're a very good, accomplished football side, and they have now lost a grand final and know how hard it is.
From, not with my Collingwood cap on, from the team they had last night, there's 6 or 7 players that are out at the moment that slide straight back into that 22.
Is Mason Cox in their best 22?
Well, this was an interesting one. There was a discussion last night on this very point, and it was a matter of what game style they play. At a ground like Sydney, I don't think he would be, because you're trying to play him. It's a smaller side, and you play the ball exactly over the back. But at a ground like the MCG, where you sometimes need that bailout kick down the line, and when he's on, his marking overhead's vastly improved in the last 2 seasons. We saw that exactly in the preliminary final against Richmond last year. So I think, depending on the play...
It's a very difficult matchup. He's a terrible matchup for Blakes.
Well, if he gets a run and jump at the ball at full extension of his arms, there's no one that can take him.
Well, Danaher's about the only bloke in the league that could. Yeah, he's the only one who's big enough and tall enough to go with him high five.
Yeah.
Not far away from the start in this third quarter. I'll be calling the rest of this game, and Lucas will be calling some of the game with me this afternoon. Other games this weekend in the Australian Football League are just about to start, actually, in 49 minutes at York Park in Launceston. Hawthorn hosting Port Adelaide. Western Bulldogs at Docklands hosting North Melbourne. North Melbourne for minor in all sorts. Adelaide and West Coast at the Adelaide Oval afternoon game. That's a belter. Gold Coast are going to get smashed by Geelong. Richmond and Essendon, Marngrook Trophy, Dreamtime game.
Yep.
Richmond comfortably. Big test for the Giants, MCG against Melbourne. That's a big test. Let's see how they go. Docklands tomorrow, St Kilda and Carlton. St Kilda will win by 1,000. And Fremantle and Brisbane, biggest trip in football.
In Perth, yep.
You know what? I'm still going to pick Fremantle over there. I just think it's a very hard ask.
I think it's one of those games that if it was in Brisbane, you'd almost tip Brisbane, David, but being so in Perth, also go with Fremantle.
Thank you for your time, Lucas. We'll be talking all things AFL HCC at halftime in the men's game. We're going to do something similar with that. I think the AFL HCC is a little bit more certain, personally. Nearly ready to rock and roll here. Umpire Mertens has the football. All female. Sorry? Yeah, Paul Redmond not happy with that, right? The big man's arcing up. Look out. There's trouble. And away we go. Grazula's Halverson onto the ball. That's fascinating to get Sarah involved. Yes, Lucas, thank you. If you just fix that for me, and we'll go straight back. And I'll start it straight away. Good man. Thank you. About 15 seconds up to the two-bad. Halverson does get a touch now. That's an interesting move. Halverson on the ball. McDonald's gone forward. Some structural changes from Newcastle City. She's so clever, Meg McDonald. Uses that left foot. Mark Ferguson. So big structural changes. Fergo's gone forward. Halverson to centre to the ruck. And also Megan McDonald started that quarter at half forward. So Ferguson, who can kick him long. It drags it left. It falls short, shouldn't have. Chance at a goal and kicked, I reckon. Just waiting to see which number that was. Just waiting to see it was. It's this play here at the back. If you can stay on there, please, Kendall, and we'll just get a number in a second. Is it McGarity? Yep. So goal to McGarity in 10. And good start, Newcastle City. They've really put the foot down the last few minutes. And leading now by 16 points. So this is interesting for me. I have never, in all of the time that we've called City's women's games, seen Sarah Halverson on the ball, Lucas Holmes. Her speed around the ground could be really interesting here. It's worked so far. Halverson into the middle with Grazales. Newcastle City all of a sudden up by 16 points. Halverson down to Murdoch. In there's Lamb. Wilkes and Lamb, big strong body player, thumps it forward. Where's Megan? There she is. Now, will she step up? Yes, she does. Beautiful feet she's got. Norton kicks it forward. Minuta's got to stay on her feet, pick it up. Can't. Dragged out of it. Yeah, should be a free kick, Steph Minuta, I reckon. I reckon that's holding the player free kick, Stephanie Minuta. Just waiting on the umpire. That's exactly the decision she's given. So, Minuta, you've got to go the other way, mate. Newcastle City's kicking to the right. Minuta kicks it forward. Low kick, ordinary kick, really. Doesn't help McDonald. Wilson and on Dominic gets it forward. Molly, good tackle. Bet you that was Vukovic. It was. Handball comes out there under a bit of pressure now, Cardiff. City have upped the ante. Halverson bumped off it. Rawson at the back. She doesn't get bumped off anything. Marking contest, they get it to ground. Gavinlock, handball comes out. Molly Simpson wants the football, can't get it. McGarity goes forward. Out of there coming Eloise Peterson, gets it over the top. McGarity, good tackle, Cherie. Good bump, Molly Simpson, and in fact she's hurt, McGarity. Struggling. Let's hope she can get up, Lucas. They're not sure what the decision is here. Are they giving is there a free kick? No, Kate Hanley says, I'll have the footy, thank you. So, Lucas, just on your sheets there, Ronan Yates out, Twyford out for Cardiff. Ronan Yates and Cardiff. Molly Simpson leaves the ball behind her and be set upon immediately by Vukovic and McRae. Ball up just at the edge of the square. Halverson and Grazorles. Halverson, a great leap. Beautiful tap, Murdoch. That breeze has died down quite significantly. Ferguson almost for a second mark and a quarter. Over it, almost a push in the back, dragged over it. Still holds onto the football, Fergo. Taps it out. She's got to get rid of that. And ball held in and will be a ball up. About 4 minutes into this quarter. Lucas.
Hugh David, yeah, interesting to see Newcastle City having the upper hand early as well with the breeze this time. Those goals late in that last quarter may be pivotal.
Oh, goodness gracious, yes. They've kicked 2. McDonald and Stelmaker. Still don't think McDonald's was right, but that's another matter. Should be holding ball. I agree with McDonald there. And will be a boundary throw in on that far wing. So the breeze has died down quite significantly here. You just see a little Zephyr in the... Oh, it's out of bounds. Halverson a free kick. Okay. Ferguson at the back. Can't quite grab it. Good smother, McDonald. Can she get onto her right foot? Handball, very most unselfish. And it's a behind. Newcastle City 6-3-39. Cardiff 3-4-22. Cardiff had a spurt there, Lucas, and have just gone back in the shell a bit. We'll have a kick out. Away goes Peterson. Comes Combox side. Should have a bounce shortly. Doesn't. Off towards Annalise Norton. It's an evil leg break. Handball comes out. Halverson cuts through traffic with expertise. Beautifully picked off Grazorles. Good tackle, Simpson. Sorry, I beg your pardon, Norton. Halverson. Oh, good tackle on Wilkes. Cherie Vukovic gets the ball out here towards Buckton. Goes forward. Gets a good piece of it, actually. Arizona just over her head. She's been dangerous today, Zona. I'm having another run. One bounce. Got too much pace for Gavenlock. Average kick out towards Bailey. Huts the spot. Steps a player. Back to Zona. Lovely hands. Finish it would be a great goal if they did. And dropped by Wright. You wouldn't believe it. Right at the death. Dropped. And she's in trouble. Umpire says. Still holding the ball. Oh, it's a free kick over the shoulder. You don't often see 30-second tackles. But anyway.
Umpire Mertens did indicate the ball had come out, so the play had gone on.
Well, we're still grabbing hold of her. Right to kick her this will be her second, and it's vital for Cardiff. And shanks it to the left. Behind. Cardiff 3-5-23. Newcastle City 6-3-39. About 6.5 minutes gone in here, and this is Ross with the ball. Quarter number 3. Past the field complex at Cameron Park. Kendall Clawson, Lucas Holmes, David Redden as the breeze just picks up again. McCullers, I beg your pardon, goes wide. Gavenlock gets a handball out eventually. Picked off by Cardiff. Zona can't quite control it. McRae. Mark! Good grab, Cooksley. Abby Cooksley may think she's in range. This breeze will hold, the ball will hold up quite significantly. Off 2 steps, up to the hot spot, got to tap it out. Mark Wright. Not enough punching done there. They all try to mark it. Wright absolutely must kick it. And does. Waiting for goal umpire. Is a goal. Second goal, Haley Wright. And our scores, Cardiff 4-5-29, Newcastle City 6-3-39. Lucas James Holmes.
Belmont 16-footer Sailing Club. Located on the picturesque Lake Macquarie, Belmont 16s is one of the premier venues in the Hunter region, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment. For all the latest news and promotions, visit 16s.com.au or find us on Facebook, the home of AFL Hunter Central Coast.
10 points of difference, Lucas Holmes. City need to kick at least one more, two more with this breeze, you would think. Really good game of women's footy here today. Competitive, good footy, Lucas.
Back and forth, up tempo for the most part so far.
Halverson starting to really get dominance in the ruck. That's dangerous. Simpson dumps it forward. Megan at the back, trying to read the play. Oh, lovely work, McDonald. Kick goes between two plays. Peterson leading the way. Gibson got to get in front. Mark, and that's Annalise Norton. Looking just a touch like your ex-teammate at Nelson Bay, Caitlin Holland. McGarity off Ferguson. Good tackle on McGarity. Somehow gets a kick out of that. That's remarkable. That'll be interesting in replay. Peterson dumps the ball out to the outer flank. Zona's leading the way. Now with Madeline Norton for company. Well done, Norton. Just got her off the play. Arizona chasing hard. Gets hands on the ball now. Very strong around the hips. Gets a kick out. Beats a tackle. Ball just out of bounds in front of Murdoch. Good contest there, Norton and Zona. Louis?
It sure was, David. That's what you want, though, from Arizona Crosshead. 2, 3, 4 efforts.
She's just moving that little bit better. She looks to me, if she had a leg injury, it's gone because she's just been outstanding today. Halverson and Grisales. Halverson a double-hander, falls back overhead. Zona gets a handball out just. Murdoch just gets a kick in before she's smothered. Off the ground from Avis. Simpson trying to stay on her feet. Well done by Standen. They're all off their feet now. Here's a chance. Cooksley goes backwards. Lovely step, but a good tackle as well. Gone. Ralston, I think, is that was McGee? It is Ralston. Good tackler, strong player, big tall player Ralston is. Not easy to get off the football. Kicks it wide. Megan leading the way. She's been dangerous up in her natural form position today. Murdoch lopes away, kicks long. That's out to the dead pocket. It will go out of bounds. We're about halfway through quarter number 3. I enjoyed talking AFL with you, Lucas. It was quite interesting. Thank you for your time.
Not a problem at all, David. Always good to chat about what's happening in the broader and wider aspects of our game so far.
And I must admit that Lucas and I do enjoy bringing you Conversation Corner every half-time. It's good fun. It's great to talk footy. Ferguson, chance here. Very unselfish. Looking for McDonald. Can't quite grab it. Miniter, got to stay on her feet. Can't now. That was Moffat. Fergo's got the football. Handball out. Murdoch, good tackle. Cherie Vukovic could have been paid. Over the shoulder. Goodness me. Oh, man. Okay, Murdoch a free kick here. Cherie was the same. She didn't think that was a free, but anyway, that's life, isn't it? Murdoch down Breeze, slices it, in fact pulls it left. Behind, Newcastle City 6-4-40, Cardiff 4-5-29. That Breeze is quite significant now, Lucas Holmes.
Sure is, David. Newcastle City need to make the most of it, however.
Peterson, White, I thought that Breeze might have an effect when I got to Fane this morning and felt that slight breeze. Wilkes, Norton chasing, Taylor Wilkes have been grateful. And that might be out on the floor. We're unsighted here and it's actually hit the line. So, out of bounds. If Cardiff go in 11 points down at three-quarter time, they would think themselves a chance with this breeze. Need to get the ball in Taylor Wilkes' hands a bit more, Louis, I reckon.
Long rake in the left foot of hers.
Aye. Hits the ground. They're picking up their all. Halverson through like a freight train. That's over the shoulder that time. And in fact, they haven't this time. They've given it's almost a square up. Vukovic gets a holding the ball decision. She should have taken the free kick. That's okay. Lamb underneath it. Almost an excellent mark under Jerez. Vukovic, good tackle. Ralston has gone onto the ball. Out on hands and knees to Murdoch. Zona trying to go through Route 1 football and gets it over the shoulder free. And plays on, does Arizona. Thumps it wide and forward. Off towards one of the Bailey sisters. That's Minerva. Picks it up clean. Now can Cardiff make something? He's back to Zona. Thumps it forward as far as she can. Off towards Ryanberger. Well done, Simpson, who's put herself to fullback. 2 kicks and it's cleared the area. Both off the ground. Simpson's leading the way for this one. She's going to get 2 kicks in a row. Lovely step. She's such a quality athlete. Almost a minute. Now, Minute might have a bit of time here to pick it up. Can't. This is her weakness. Below her legs. Struggles a bit below her knees. Cherie, lovely. Gets those hands free. Sees a tackler coming in, McGarity. Great tackle, McGarity. Superb work. Really was Claire McGarity. 2 players. And Full's got to go on the full. And this time they did it right. What a lovely tackle there, Louis.
Sure was, David. Ball and all, and able to get the clean disposals. Newcastle City looked to go attack through the corridor. Turned over here, cross. Can she get to the ball? 2-on-1 outnumbered. Now Shepherd's out. It's a handball across, and they're out of the way here, Cardiff, David.
Thank you. Kelly didn't get much of a chance in the first half. He's now Halverson in there loitering with intent. Zona gets a handball out. Just. Moffat thumps the ball forward. Mark taking Minerva. She's got to move it quick, although it's a dormant forward line at the moment. They're just not moving. Goes as long as she can. This is where City. Kiara Lamb at ground level being harassed. That's a throw between her legs. Tunnel ball being played there. Out there, that's Holcomb. Gets a little check side kick out. Zona will put a tackle on, and that is Gavin Locke. Arizona trying to stay in the play here. Gets her hands on the footy. And Kate Hanley says, that'll be mine, thank you. Almost almost 15 minutes gone this quarter. Halverson, a lovely tap down there, reading her beautifully. Good side bump there from Standen. Zona trying to stay on her feet. Vukovic staying on the feet. This is a big development in Cardiff's game. Their ability to stay into contests for mine, and their genuine fitness. They're fit. They've obviously had a big off-season. And the player at the bottom of this, who's Cherie Vukovic, Lucas, is clearly, in my mind, had a massive off-season. She just looks super fit to me. Halverson gets a double-hander out. Wiggins trying to not get tackled. Does it effectively, actually. Thump forward Holcomb. McGarity putting pressure on Wilkes. Well done, McGarity. Good tackle right at the death bomb, Wilkes. Megan, she'll try and step him, and she does. 1 steps, 2. Gets the hands 3. Ferguson at full forward, trying to create a contest. And a free kick to Ferguson for holding the player, I think, against Matisse Coram Parker. Kirsty Ferguson should go back here. She can actually, when she gets hold of him, kick a decent ball. Downwind, not sure really. Just off 1 step, gets it forward. Oh, just goes to the side. 2 goals the difference. Newcastle City 6-5, Cardiff 4-5. Lucas.
You made a really astute point before, Dave, about
thank you, Lucas.
No, not a problem, Dave, about Cardiff's fitness levels, considering they've come from their former home at Hillsborough Oval, which is by all means a fairly small oval, David, to the wide open pastures here at Pasterfield. It's a very good point you've made.
Peterson, right to Vukovic, who'll be leading. He'll be right at the front of Cardiff's B&F so far, I reckon. And a leader of players. Is that 50 for encroachment? It is. So Sarah Halverson's gone over the mark there, thinking that a play on call, and the umpire said no. So Cherie Vukovic will get a 50-metre head start here. Halverson onto the mark now. Let's see what they do here. Vukovic still in doubt. Goes to the left foot up, pushing the back. Good mark in front. Kiara Lamb's been really good today. Solid play, built low to the ground. Very strong core. A very good tackler as well, Lucas. Off to McDonald. Can she step her again? She's got a bit of speed here on Roper. Goes to ground. Well done, Roper. She might be in trouble, Megan, this time. And umpire, good decision in my mind. That's a good decision. Megan McDonald holding the ball. And that's a free kick. And is it 50 for throwing the ball away? Oh, the injured player up here, I think, on the left-hand side. Kendall, can you swing the camera across to the far corner of the square? There's a serious injury over here. Just see if we can pick up who that is down on the ground. I'm not sure if it's in. Obviously, we can't see the number. There's a great concern here. Warren Lovell, number 6. There's one of my high school mates from Wagga. He's a qualified physiotherapist. Long-time Cardiff man is smiling. Now, it doesn't look like a concussion. It looks like some kind of leg injury. Look, she's moving her hands and legs. That's a start. Now, it looks like he's looking. Now, they called stretcher, Louis. Keep an eye out, please, for this. And she's really she's wounded. And she's holding the player's hand. She's really struggling. So we'll just hope that there's Kate Hanley's over there, Warren Lovell's there. And the stretcher is, now they're waiting at the moment. The stretcher is ready. That hasn't been called yet, Lucas. Just waiting on Warren Lovell to make a call as a medical professional. And he's just talking at the moment. Ryan's on the right-hand side over here. And there it is, stretcher. He wants the stretcher. So stretcher coming out as called by physio Warren Lovell. So this is not good news, Lucas Holmes. Thank you. Stop the clock. I might just let that run for 15 seconds, or we're pretty close to where we were when I made the stuff up at the start of the quarter. So Warren Lovell out there, most concerned for this player who we at the moment still can't identify. And that is 15-second runner from the clock, so I reckon that's pretty close. So now, ladies and gentlemen, under the rules of the AFL HCC, once the stretcher crosses the white line, Lucas Holmes, play stops. Am I correct in thinking that's correct?
Time to stop, yes, David. Correct. As that breeze continues to howl through here in Cameron Park.
It's always going to be the way of this ground sometime, the way it's built on the side of an hill. Okay, so just waiting to see. Would you mind doing a bit of homework just to see who that is at three-quarter time, please?
Yep.
People will be very concerned. Just still see if we can see a number. The player, I can't identify, but it's not Minerva Bailey is there on the side, and the player's not got blonde hair. It's a brunette player, Lucas, with shorter hair, and onto the stretcher. So it's not back related because they haven't immobilised her. So it must be some kind of serious leg injury. And Warren Lovell will run the show here. Everybody's just going to listen to the medical professional. There's 4 people, and away we go. So let's just hope that player's okay. No, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I can't tell who that is. Obviously, there's serious concern. And, now, there was a 50-metre penalty paid by umpire Mertens, I believe. And you know who I can't see up there is Arizona Cross. But I don't think that... I'm just not quite sure who this is. And we'll get a report at three-quarter time from Lucas James. Trainers taking their time as they're entitled to do. Injured player comes first, second and third, Lucas Holmes.
They should wait till the stretcher's gone off the ground as well, which
that's
it looks
correct.
like they're going to.
The ball is on the ground at the moment as ordered by the umpires, Lucas. The football's on the ground, so play will not continue. Comes the injured party, and we're just about ready to go with the football here. Player is now off the ground, and we can continue on with the football. Lucas will do a bit of homework for us. I'm just fearful that's Arizona Cross. So we have a 50-metre free kick, and we're back onto the football here, and clock starts, and we're away. Wide ball out to Taylor Wilkes. She wanted a left foot, can't get on it. Molly Simpson's there. Pushing the back, I thought it should have been paid to Norton, not. Simpson picks it up. Glides through with that grace of hers. Grizules gets a Schenkel kick to it. Wilkes can't pick it up. Pressure from Holcomb. Pressure Halverson. Kick comes forward. Good mark overhead, Molly Simpson. I think one of the best plays in the league at the moment. That bizarre ball drop of hers that works very well for a one-hander. Kicks it like a pie. It comes as effective for her. Out of there comes Gibson. Good possession to her. Coming off the play here. Cherie Vukovic goes along with that left foot. Molly Simpson gets a merely off break that bamboozles up.
Just quickly, David, just by the looks on the bench, they're looking towards her right quad or right knee at this stage, by the looks of it.
Okay, thank you. No mark to Halverson. Harassed by Standen. So it's not standard. I'm beginning to think that it is Arizona Cross at the moment, but that's not fair. We don't know who it is yet. We'll get back to you. Wilkes, handball over here to Standen. In comes Lamb, uses the body. Perfectly legal hip and shoulder. Taylor Wilkes should forget everything else go along. They've only got 30 seconds by us. Ball forward to Minerva, and she takes the mark. Got to move it quickly. They don't have long. Cardiff going to kick this last quarter with the breeze. Well done, Simpson, I think. No, not Simpson. I do beg your pardon. That was Thomas. Norton goes down the line. Shouldn't be any more time for any scoring yet. What can Donato do about it? Going forward. Rebound coming here from Roper. Over towards Stand, and that'll go out of bounds. Jack Pratt out. Wow. Okay, that's interesting in the cup game coming up at 1:55 on Bar TV. Grizolas and Halverson. Halverson have made a difference today, but I reckon Cardiff have done a good job on Halverson today. She has not been dominant at all. Thank you. And no changes Newcastle City by the look of that, Lucas, from what we can see. Halverson wins that tap down. Butters up for more. And again, gets a 5-metre kick out to it. Picked off Cooksley, goes forward. Sorry, that looks like Cooksley, actually, to be correct. Handball comes back. Driving ball, well done. Picks up Reinberg. And now I wonder if Reinberg realises how long there is to go. Doesn't. Now Newcastle City need to get hands on that footy and do, and that's a mark no score. Clock stops. Newcastle City 6-5-41, Cardiff 4-5-29. 2 goals of difference. Will that be enough going into the fourth quarter? Lucas is off to do a bit of homework. G'day Tony, how are you? And City up by 12 points. We'll be back with you for the final quarter. Just waiting on confirmation from Lucas Holmes as we come back to pass the field. Welcome back, everybody. But we think the injured player is actually Arizona Cross, which is awful news. We'll see how she's going. Remarkable scenes at Adelaide Street in Killarney Vale. I got a message from Jimmy Newburn that Ange Jones had kicked 9 goals in the first half at that game. She's now kicked, by my calculations, 13 goals. She and Georgia Butler have had a day out. But 13 goals in Killarney Vale's 23 to Ange Jones, which is quite remarkable. Lucas Holmes, Arizona Cross. And Lucas is coming now. And will just give us an update, please, on the injured play. Can we have an update?
Just spoke to Cardiff physio, Warren Lovell, and they fear the sort of the planting, twisting motion. They fear it could possibly be an ACL, but they're not sure as yet. They'll send her for scans on Monday to determine the extent of the injury, but that's what they're fearful of, but that's not yet confirmed, so that's the positive out of that one.
Okay. Let's wish you the best of luck. Women's scores at the moment. Killarney Vale by 150 over Singleton. Maitland 6-6-42, Warners Bay 2-4-16, Gosford 1 straight 6, Port Stephens 2 points. Terrigal-Avoca 14-15-99, Wals and West Newcastle 2-1-13. Here Newcastle City up by 12, and Lake Macquarie up by 107 over Muswellbrook. And yeah, that puts a bit of a dampener on things today, but we'll go and wish Zona all the best later on if we can. And let's just hope that pray that she's okay, Lucas. She was in the best form. She really was.
Yeah.
And this now, that affects Warner's Bay shirt over. That's interesting.
I think it's Dylan Walsh Hall.
Dylan Walsh Hall, okay, thank you. Sticks out of a game like this. That affects them structurally. She was very, very good across centre half forward today. So.
Yeah.
Rock and roll time, just about ready to go. Okay, thank you. Righto, very good. I thought I'd done everything now. I thought that's on the fourth quarter, Lucas. Yes, live scoring. Lucas Holmes into me. Into me is. And we are away in the fourth quarter. What have Cardiff got? Can they get the 2 goals they require? Or can City hold on in what's been an excellent game of football? Tyftag gone, I reckon. Good tackle. Murdoch, who I haven't seen much of before, has been quite good today, Murdoch. Very solid. Kicks the ball nicely. Good technique. I reckon she's played a bit of footy at a time. McGarity. Can't stay on her feet. Stelmaker. Intercepted by Rankin. And picked off there by, I think that's Caitlin Holcomb in 23. Goes wide. Lovely mug. Yeah, I'm not no doubts that Hannah Murdoch's played some good footy, Lucas Holmes. There's the prime possum in the background. Ryan Stanton, the great man. Mark Sharivukovic, poor kick, really. Barking out orders.
Who's leading at me is what it looks like she's saying there.
Indeed. Touched. Play on. Standard. Thumps it forward. Bailey, who's got to have a big last quarter. Got to kick goals manoeuvre. Handball comes out. Chance. Cardiff. 27's Rankin. Now, Wright looked like a good tackle, Wiggins. That's an excellent tackle. Surely that's holding the football. Good decision done by Mertens. Very good tackle. Right around the label, really, the CFC area. Around the lower part of the chest. Good work. Didn't need to intrude on the shoulder. That's out of bounds on the full. Perhaps not one of Holcomb's best efforts. Right out on the transection of the 50-metre arc and the boundary line there on the southeastern side of Pastor Field. Wilkes has got to get that ball across with his dead pocket. Almost a mark. Reinberger. And seen out by Caitlin Holcomb. So Jack Pratt out in first for Cardiff. Newcastle City as per.
The emergency being Christopher Davies, David, coming in.
Thank you. Get you to check that when we go off here, Louis.
Yeah. Newcastle City as per.
Ball drops short, Grizzola's. Good tackle again. Molly Simpson this time. She'll thump it forward. Loves kicking across herself, Simpson. Standing. Little check side kick. Is that out of bounds on the full? I think that's what's happened. And kick will come here to Holcomb. over near where Cardiff Cup side are going through their warm-up session. Good hit, Holcomb dumps that ball. That's gone 60 metres. Stelmaker running on it, needs to pick it up. Can't. Vukovic almost in the back, standing, dumps it forward. Big ball here, right in the middle of the ground. Oh, great smother. Who was that, McGarity? Oh, Murdoch again. And it intercepts again. Third effort, Murdoch. Well done, ball. Sills comes out. Fifth effort, Murdoch. Wonderful. McGarity, a little short kick, clears the area. Halverson loitering with intent. Good tackle. That might be holding the ball this time. No, not paid. Gavinlock. Is that Molly Simpson in it? No, it's Stelmaker. Stolen. Halverson. Gee, it's hard to get a kick at the moment. Halverson off her feet. Umpire Handler says, I'll have that, thank you. 3 3/4 minutes gone. Newcastle City clinging onto a 2-goal lead. Drizola's got the jump there. Vukovic and Donato. Might go back to Simpson. Dragged out of that. That's a clear free kick. It's Donato's kick. Vukovic is actually on the mark where the incident happened. Donato's going to go right back and should kick this as far as she can. Does. Oh, nice grab actually, Gavin Locke. Grabbed that below her knees. Good work. And back a long way. Kicks it forward. Looking for and finding McDonald. Been lively today. She could be on the right way for 2 Subway Morris hits in 7 days, to be quite frank with you. Rankin. Simpson couldn't quite make it. Stays on her feet. Molly's going to turn around. She'll turn around again. Handballs off to Holcomb. Thumps it forward. Who's there? Chance for Cardiff to rebound. Rankin, good step. Good tackle as well, I might add. Standing. Got time. Goes as long as she can. That ball's gone 50 metres. Well done. Right at the death by Bacalus just to create a stoppage. She really had to work hard there. Good football, Bacalus. She had a 1-on-2, Lucas.
She did, David. Very well done. Picked up. Did well to hold it in without giving away a holding the ball. Free kick did Bacalus.
Halverson taps it right. Murdoch, who's I'm very impressed with. She's a good pickup for Newcastle City because she's a newish player. Remember, they're without Rosie Ryan in Yates today, a late withdrawal, who's very important to their backline structure.
Do you have any further information in that later mission, David, or is that...
I have no further information, I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. Hopefully it's not any...
The advantage of being in position an hour beforehand.
Yep.
So people come up and tell you things. But Carlos off her feet this time. Oh, good tackle on Cooksley. Really good. Kicked off the ground. Standing. Donato. Donato's got to hold her feet against the bigger stand and does. Now goes to ground. Taps it out. Almost a throw. Comes out towards Reinberger. Out towards Grisales. Out the back door. Kicked forward. Touched by Thomas. Out here standing in 17. Dumps it forward. Up towards the hot spot. Over Simpson's head. Wright's dangerous in there. Good tackle again, Wiggins. And that's the second time this quarter Wiggins has got right for holding the ball. Goes forward immediately, Wiggins. Kicks it out towards Holcomb. Stays on her feet. Stelmaker went to ground taking the marking contest. Over there's Moffat. There's a free kick that's come. Ball's been thrown away. Umpire Mertens didn't see it. And it'll be a free kick to Holcomb, I reckon. It's twice today they've dropped the ball on the ground, Louis. Holcomb wide. Looking for Simpson. Gets a handball out. Sorry, this is Molly. That was Stelmaker. Molly should have a run. Does it. Chooses to kick it straight away. McGarity gets it into the 50-metre arc. That hasn't been there that often this quarter. Murdoch, a desperate lunge. McDonald sniping. Halverson crosses the ball. Chance for Cardiff to counter here. Eloise Peterson with a football. Dumps it down the line. Straight. Wilkes. Short left footer. Needs to be accurate. Perfect. Rankin, who's got a lot of the footy this quarter. Should have been a mark taken in front. Can they recover? Minerva. Howard dragged out of it. I reckon that's a free kick, Bailey. Is it Minerva or Arroyo? That is Minerva. I got that right. Drops the ball up. Punched out Simpson, who's going back as often as she can. Chasing Moffat. Oh, gone. Excellent tackle. And very well done, Holcomb that time. Very experienced. Makes a good tackle. 8 minutes gone. No score in the quarter, Lucas Holmes.
There's 2 goals at the end of the last quarter proving pivotal so far. Maybe the difference in the end, David?
That's a very astute point. You're talking about astute points. That's a very good one. Norton, Annalise. Handball's out almost over the shoulder. Not paid. You're right. Those 2 goals against against the win have made a massive difference. Norton. Oh, not holding the ball. Umpire Handley right there says play on. Fair enough. Put the whistle away. Don't mind that at all. Holcomb over there with Avis. Holcomb again. Got a chance. Not going to give it off to Minita. Thumps it forward. Halverson leading the way. Can she put on a burst of speed? Matisse Corin-Parker's done a very good job on her today, to be honest. She's won that battle when Halverson's been forward. Over here to Heek. Chance if she comes at it, it's Fergo. Gavin Locke. Good grab. That's Gibson, I reckon, called that out. No, it's Thompson, actually. You can see that on the camera, saying mine, mine, mine. Takes a good overhead mark. Now, if she kicks this against the Breeze, they're almost home, but they're missing Zona structurally massively, Lucas. Thompson. I think that is a goal. Just waiting for John Sullivan. And it is very important goal to Thompson. And we have a score line of Newcastle City 7-5-47, Cardiff 4-5-29. Lucas?
ISC. ISC have been at the cutting edge of designing and manufacturing apparel from grassroots to elite sporting teams for over 20 years and are proud to be a preferred apparel supplier of Hunter Central Coast AFL for the 2019 season.
Back to umpire Mertens, who, when we called the last game, had forgotten the whistle. That's why I shouldn't go off the field.
Yeah.
Funny story that is. She said, don't mention that. I'm the wrong person to tell. Wilkes just hasn't gone her way today, Wilkes. She's been well held. Minita, who doesn't stop trying, steps to play well and gets an effective kick to that one. Up towards Ferguson, almost a 3-grab mark. Is that McDonald sniping? It is not. It's McGarity, Norton, Annalise. Should go straight down the chest of Halverson, who stops herself. Doesn't play on. Wide, Simpson. Lovely kick from Celery Halverson. Quality delivery. Simpson's too far out to score. Up towards the hot spot. Got to get in front. McGarity, especially with a player that's 6 inches taller than Roper. Eloise Peterson. Thumps that ball out. That's a long kick. You can see the breeze take effect. Halverson should step Cooksley comfortably. Does. Elite athlete. Just like a Rolls Royce she is. Ferguson, a fascinating over the shoulder, a free handball. Off towards Norton. Is that holding the ball?
It is.
Gee, I thought she got a kick to that. Anyway, fair enough. 11 minute, quarter minutes gone. Cardiff can't score at the moment. They're just struggling. Halverson, a good mark. Halverson going on the ball has made a big difference. The structural changes City made for the second half have worked very well.
As you said earlier, David, her mobility around the ground makes a huge difference as well.
Straight through comes McGarity. No, it's not McGarity, Murdoch actually, David. Almost a push in the back, surely. Kiara Lamb all over Avis there. Minita pushed out of it by Grazales. Ferguson roving. Shepherds, he likes to shepherd for Minita. Stephanie gets it up, gets the ball forward, about a 20-metre kick. As usual, bounces all over the shop. Morton, much more, that's a driving kick forward. Almost over the shoulder, I thought. Lamb, 1-on-2. Minerva gets the kick out quickly. Cardiff have to strike. Cooksley's got to go. Keeps the ball in front. They get it to ground. Back comes the experienced Holcomb. All over a Reinberger, I thought. Now, that should be holding the ball. That should be holding the ball. Didn't see much of an effort, to be fair, and that was a 15-second tackle.
That was quite humorous as well, David, because the captain, Sheree Vukovic, has obviously heard you from the bench and turned and pointed, so she obviously was in agreement.
I didn't think I wasn't watching. Didn't see that. Simpson, who's gone back in when it's been important, sitting in the slot on her own. One loose. They can't afford to let her go there. Lovely step manoeuvre and a good tackle, Norton. Annalise Norton. That's a cracking tackle. Fancy picking up the Norton sisters and Molly Simpson from Nelson Bay. Holy cow. Big pickup City. Minute coming straight through. Halverson at ground level gets a handball out. Trying to stay on their feet. Taylor Wilkes too quick for Minute, I would have thought. Oh, good tackle. Holcomb and out of bounds. So, bit of steam's gone out of the game, hasn't it? They're very tired. They've gone hard. But just a slight bit of steam. City comfortably 3 goals in front. We'll keep in touch with, although Kalani are going to get a stack of percentage today. Singleton having lost a few players recently in a transfer, Lucas, which we might discuss later on. And we're talking the AFL HCC. Held in. 14 minutes gone, quarter number 4. Newcastle City seemingly on their way to a good win. Wilkes. Good work, Molly Simpson. In and under. Well done. Holcomb's been really good when the going got tough. Out towards Lamb's going to try and stay on her feet. That's almost dangerous play. 2 kicks, Moffat, off the ground. Oh, finish it! Misses to the side. Cardiff, 4-6-30. Newcastle City, 7-5-47. And again, we're hoping that Arizona Cross hasn't done an ACL, but she was carried off in the 3rd quarter. We wish Jonah well. Good friend of ours here at Bar TV. Kiara Lamb, who has not stopped all day and is an impressive player. She impressed at the rep weekend at Ferridale too, Louis. She was very good in Newcastle colours. Those great colours of Newcastle's. Murdoch belts it forward. It's a good kick. Nice low kick in this weather. McDonald for the first time that I reckon has been tackled. McGarity. Gibson trying a hard out to get off balance of Heek. McDonald. Tapped out by Murdoch. Gets a hand of that. Annalise gets a kick out. That's the type of kick you get to an injury with your knee. Dragged out of it. Heek. They're exhausted, Lucas. That's why the steam's going down. They are all really tired today. Grisales back towards Morton. McRae, I beg your pardon. Taylor Wilkes coming out here at Molly Simpson. Simpson, look at the balance. Well done, Molly Simpson. She's been almost the best player on the ground today, along with McDonald. Norton running hard. Gets off her feet. Ball squirms out. Ferguson won't be able to get a kick. She's got one person grabbing a leg. And that'll be a ball up from umpire Rachel Robinson. We've gone about 16 minutes in quarter number 4. Newcastle City are home here. Cardiff just can't score that many. They've only scored 4 all day. Another very good Newcastle City defensive. A good tackle, Murdoch. In and under is Megan McDonald. Somehow fashions a kick out of that. Marked her. And I've been impressed with this player, Sophie Rankin. She's been pretty good this quarter, and this half, actually. She's had a good half. Halverson, the punch. Running at the back is Kelly. Simpson, Wilkes. Driving ball with the left foot. Almost marked Reinberger. Got to go with 2 hands. Off to Minerva. Good step, Minerva. Got to go now, Cardiff. Got to run and dare. Moffat a chance. Gets a handball off to Buckton. Back to Reinberger, who attempts to go with a long handball. Oh, dragged out of it. Is that a free kick? I think it's been paid by the... Yeah, it has been paid. Kate Hanley, they've got to move quickly. Rankin's got the kick here. This will be good reward for a very good game from Sophie Rankin. She's been very solid. Got a lot of hands in the footy. Seems to use it well, Lucas.
David needs to put this through to Rankin, although that's going to fall short.
Awful kick in the context of the game. Very tired kick. 4-7-31, so 11 scoring shots to 12. Shows you where the game's at. Newcastle City, as they sail for do Lucas Holmes, just driving and grinding. Ralston plays on, goes to a natural right side. Almost a Mark Norton. Wilkes is in there. City can afford all of these stoppages. Kate Hanley with the football. Halverson gets back to that ruck contest. Norton. Minerva. Norton again. Gets a kick out. Little check side kick. Comes out Sheree Vukovic. Wilkes got to get it at the hot spot. Does. Carol Lamb underneath it. Reinberger a good mark. Absolutely, it's too late now, but she's got to go back and kick it. Must go back and kick this. Left footer. Off to the side. Mark. Yes. Minerva. Who should go and play on.
There's no one really on the mark, Dave. There's still a fair bit of room to the mark.
Will she go Stevie J or go drop punt? Runs around the side of touch. Drop punts it. I think that's hit the post.
Yes.
It did. So, 4-8-32. Cardiff 47, 7-5-47. City getting the benefit of straight shooting. Mark Tazzy out there by Annalise Newton, who's really come into it this last quarter. Fitness showing through in her strength. Halverson's got to chase here. Minerva. Short ball. Intercepted by Bacales. Good tackle, Bacales. Halverson over the football. One step kick. Goes straight down the throat of Alana McRae. Puts it straight back to the hot spot. Reinberger. Lamb's done very well to stop that mark. Out towards Annalise. Handball out towards... Oh, good tackle. That might be pushing the back. No. Ruled an effective tackle by Vukovic. 19 and a half minutes gone. Dying embers of this enthralling contest. Norton, Vukovic roving best. Try and step Murdoch. Good tackle, Hannah Murdoch. Gee, she's been strong. McRae. Minerva. Oh, crash. Came Kiara Lamb at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Just about done here. And that is full time. So I'll hand over to Lucas to do the end of the live scoring. So the final score here, and a very, very good game of football. Newcastle City 7-5-47, Cardiff 4-8-32. Lucas and I will have a 5-minute break and be back with you for Bar TV's coverage of the Black Diamond Cup match between Cardiff and Newcastle City. See you soon.